Greetings, I'm Mark with Unlimited Story, unlimited-story.com, a channel dedicated to writing, world building, marketing, and most importantly, getting things done. In this video, I am actually going to be covering I'm actually going to start covering less popular stories on Kindle Vella, because I think they're worth checking out. So I've reached out to some authors and I got tons of feedback, so I'm going to be doing that for a while. And here's the first one. It's actually got an amazing title called A Trashy Medieval Romance by Cinnamon Carnelian. And here's the description. Lust and love are such fickle things. One day you are pursued by one, the next day the other pounces. Teagan had dedicated her life to the care of the war orphans in her kingdom, thinking only of them until she is forced to do otherwise. The accuracy of this story is little to nothing. Please do not take it or the information it contains seriously. It's just a story, 18 plus, not suitable for people under the age of 18. All right, sounds great. And with these tags, medieval romance, trashy romance, erotica, and castles, who knows what I'm gonna get. So I'll actually just start out with some basic stuff. I love the title. It catches me. It's great. It just, if I was into this kind of stuff, I'd be like, oh yeah, this suits me pretty good, because when I talk to my other friends who read this kind of stuff, they're very honest about it and just say, yeah, I'm into this trashy romance stuff. So throwing the word trashy right in there, I love it. In fact, I would probably just add trashy to your tags. The artwork looks fine. I mean, I don't really know what it's supposed to look like for this target market. I mean, it's kind of lovely looking, but most romance stuff has dudes with abs because the target audience is women. So just throwing that out there, maybe that'll get some more clicks. All right, so let's get started. What are my initial thoughts? I thought it was good. I mean, I guess I have very little to compare it to. I mean, everything made sense, I thought. The actual story about caring for the orphans, I really like that. I don't know what it was about this main character, Teagan, who just was taking care of orphans. I was like, oh, what a really nice thing to do. What a really nice group of people. Everyone just seemed super cool and caring about these little kids. So I was totally on board with that. And then these creepy guys just started showing up, and that kind of, I didn't like that at all, which I'll cover a little bit. But overall, just good general story, no glaring problems, and so it was a neat little package. What was my favorite part? Definitely when Teagan stood up to so she had this gal friend who I'll just call Lady because it was Lady something, and I guess this is gonna be her husband. She stood up to him and put him in his place. I loved it. She just shut him down. I'm pretty sure he's some type of drunk or abuser type person, so I'm just glad he's out of the way. And she was awesome. She's a strong female protagonist, just taking it to him. So thought that was really great. What was my least favorite part? So she is hot for some powder blue-eyed dude, and he's definitely hot for her, and he came on to her all rapey style. I did not. That was, I don't know. I'm not feeling that. That kind of stuff really bothers me. Anything that's really rapey sounding is no good to me. So, nah, that definitely to me could have just gone away. But I'm sure there's a purpose to it. Is there anything unclear or confusing? Nah, everything pretty much is pretty clear cut. I mean, I understood what was happening. They're around a castle. They're helping these orphan kids. These orphan kids are doing orphan kid stuff. Being mischievous. Everything seemed normal, and looked like everything was just being set up. What are my thoughts on the main character? Main character is basically the most sweet and innocent person you can build. She's I'm just here to take care of the kids, and that's what I do. She's focused on her work. She's never probably had a boyfriend, and she's out helping all these other kids grow up and get married, and she's just in the castle, doing her thing. What are my thoughts on the other characters? Most of them I don't remember. There are a lot. There are so many names get thrown at me, and very few people do I have their name memorized. Now I have just read this an hour ago. Okay, I just knocked out the first three, and I was like, all right, let's make the video. The gal she's training or teaching, Lady Alec, we'll go with that. She seems cool. Seems to be not as strong of a character, and I mean, it's fine. I don't care whether they're strong or weak. But it's like she wants to train up to be like Teagan, which is, it's interesting. It's actually a good form of exposition, because Teagan is taking this person around and showing her what's up. So, hey, this is a good, like, learning experience as everyone just sees what's happening. The king and queen that Teagan serve are nice. I mean, I'm not going to give things away if you want to read it. It's just, no, they're nice. They don't treat her bad. They're respectful of her. I thought that was cool. And then there's this eye patch dude. He seems really nice. He seems like, a good stand-up guy. He treats her right. And then there's rapey powder blue eye guy, and I don't like him. And then there's Lady Alec, her drunk abuser guy. They can just cut off his head. I don't even need to see him. He's probably around, and he'll be an antagonist that does something later down the road, but he can go. I don't like him at all. Is there anything I would like to see basically coming up? So, this is romance, and I saw erotica, so I was assuming that people would be hooking up like crazy. I expected that in the first chapter/episode, which did not happen, which is fine. I don't care. Whatever happens in these books is up to the author. I just was expecting it. My premise is, I was with the way Kindle Vella is set up, is the first 3, because they're free, and at the third one, the transition between the third and fourth is this big barrier of entry. So you want to put something right there where the readers are like, oh geez, this is really good, I really need to transition onto the next chapter. So I didn't really get that. And if this book is trying to sell me on like some hardcore sauciness, I didn't receive that. Like, I mean, there was people trying to make stuff happen, but just didn't quite get that far. So this is really awkward to talk about. No joke. What do I expect to happen next? Probably more movement on virtually every character in the path that they're going on. So hopefully Lady What's-Her-Face gets rid of her rapey suitor. Or not rapey suitor, her drunk, abusive, angry suitor. The guy who's interested in Teagan, who isn't creepy. Things are probably going to go well, but creepy, rapey dude that she's for some reason interested in, that's probably going to turn into a thing. Maybe, okay, so I'm assuming there's a love triangle. I don't know how these things work. I've literally just read these books for the first time. I have very little reference material. I'm just a dude trying to read new stuff, and it's going pretty interesting. So how much did I enjoy it? I don't even know how to really rate this. It was good. I actually thought the premise of it was really interesting, that there's this character helping these orphans. I think that is just, I thought it was neat. I thought it was original. There was actually a lot of world building built into this, because there was like a lot of talk about, hey, this is going to help these, children who have lost parents, and it helps the kingdom. It teaches, like, it's a lot of, like, I was just like, this really makes sense. And I thoroughly enjoyed that part. And since that was the core of the book, talking about this and basically doing stuff around the castle, I thought that was cool. I was just like, oh, sweet, makes sense. Keep doing it. Throughout the 3 chapters, the 3 opening episodes, whatever you want to call them, I just saw a bunch of people running around doing stuff. I wasn't really sure what was happening. I mean, some stuff started happening in like episode 2 and 3, which was fine. But yeah, I thought it was enjoyable. Would I keep reading it? Like, if I owned the book, sure, I'd keep going. Why not? And is there anything else I want to add? I thought there were a lot of like long sentences. Okay, and I don't know if that's a problem with me. I just saw a lot of commas, and I saw a lot of stuff just keep going. So, like, as far as writing style, that's not really jiving with me. Of course, that's up to who writes it and who likes to read it. I would say one thing I really thoroughly enjoyed throughout every one of the episodes is like this. There's this like italicized text, which is her talking to herself, where she's like, "Don't do this," or she is telling herself things, and I really like that, because it gives me like one of those, it's almost like a sitcom where, someone's doing something, and all of a sudden then they're in their mind like, I shouldn't be doing this. This is wrong. This is stupid. Why did I do that? Yeah, those kind of things. I really found that enjoyable. And I am kind of surprised that this author didn't have author notes. Especially on the first episode, you should totally have it, just to put anything in there so so the reader can kind of at least get to know you and build some rapport. I mean, of course, that's up to you, but just put something in. Why not? Let them know something about you. But either way, thought it was a good read. The biggest thing to me is, does it have continuity? Yes. Does it make sense? Yes. And you know what? Right out of there, that's good by me. So thank you so much for listening and watching this video. If you want to check out what I've been writing on Kindle Vella, just search Unlimited Story. I'll put it in the comments or whatever. Thanks so much. Hit subscribe, or at least watch another one of my videos that YouTube recommends. Peace.